Hello, welcome. My name is Veldboom, and in this video, I will basically take you guys through everything that I've been doing thus far when it comes to the character design. In the previous video, I kind of showed you how I made my face based off these pictures in Blender with Face Builder, and now I'm gonna attach a body to that actual face that I made, of my face that I made. So the program that I used to make this actually the body is called Adobe Fuse, and Adobe Fuse is, I think they made it only for like Photoshop and stuff if you wanted to have like some 3D models in it, but I've been using it to make the characters for the games and the things that I've just been designing. So you can just select the torso, select arms that work with it, and then select like legs, and then kind of configure it to the sizes that you want it to be. I wanted to have like a little bit of a muscular man, but not too much. It's just a little bit of an exaggeration of who I am, I guess. So here I kind of take the body and implement it back to Blender, and then I kind of line it up with the face, make sure that it is sized appropriately for that head too. And yeah, just making sure that everything would work alongside with each other. Then you can kind of join those two meshes together. I think you just press J and then that is already kind of fixed. And then you basically need to make some new mesh material for the blend space between the head and the actual torso. Also do that in a separate material. At least I would do it in a separate material that is kind of like a big alongside the same colors and kind of blends in there and all of that, so that you kind of get a good transition between the head and the neck. And then in here I kind of missed a step. I lost some footage, but basically what you do after that, once you have the body finished, you export it as a FBX and you upload it into Mixamo. And Mixamo.com is a website that is also owned by Adobe, I think, and I think it's also like a direct link through Adobe Fuse for it. But it basically takes the FBX file of your character, and you can then add like different points that it can recognize where the body is in space, and then it will automatically apply like a rig that you can then also add animations to and do just a whole bunch of stuff to it to actually get to this result, to where you can make it walk around with your own character in Unreal actually. So you still need to clothe this character. So there is a specialized 3D software called Clothe 3D, and I've been using that for different assignments for clients that I've been having. So that is basically something that I've been getting better in for the last couple of months. But Clothe 3D is basically a great tool to get clothing specially made for the body that you're working on. So all of these red areas that you can see now are just basically areas where it is too tight, where the material would break or it needs to stretch beyond its limits. So basically what you're trying to do is make your design and then figure out a way to kind of make it fit to that body by just dragging these lines and kind of make sure that all of these curvatures kind of mesh together, and also the way they fit on your body, all of that. So that is basically the whole process when it comes to making, in this case, a shirt. And then the next step will be to then also make the pants for it. But you can see like different materials kind of react different to the way that they work on a body and all of that. So that is a little bit of the tricky process with Clothe, is to just get all of these panels lined up with the right lengths and the right stitch lengths as well, to make sure that they don't like bulge and all of that. It's a time-consuming process for sure, but the results are pretty crazy. And you can also use it for more than just clothing, at least the way that I'm trying to think about it. Because if I would make like a steering wheel and I want some leather, hand grips on the sides and stuff, I could probably also do it in here. So this is also like an amazing. So this is also like an amazing draping tool that you can use to just apply different fabrics to either furniture or clothing or bodies or whatever you just want to do when it comes to that clothing design. So here again, you can kind of see the pants kind of falling off, but then you just make these different changes to make it a little bit tighter around the waist, that it just sticks in its place, and then you won't have a problem. And then of course you can then take your clothing and take it back to Unreal, and then you have your setup. And it's not that easy, because also in Unreal, in Blender I should say, as soon as you take the clothing out of Clothe 3D and apply it to your body in Blender, then you kind of have to make your clothing adhere to the same animations and the skeleton movements of your body, and that can be a pretty difficult process. And I might make like a separate tutorial on just to do that, because I haven't really found a bunch of people that did it in the way that I did it in Blender, and also to get it back into Clothe 3D. So that might be like a good video for people to learn from, if there's interest in from you guys. And then this is like a final render that I made in like a different separate house to what you just saw. and this would then be like the master bedroom, closet, walk-in closet, that I then put it in. And I was just testing out different materials and just working on a different project and looking how marble would look and all of that. So that's basically it. I wanted to keep this as short and condensed as possible. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them below, and I will try to get back to you in either like me reacting to the comment or making like an update video on the questions that came in. Also, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also, make sure to keep watch out for the website that is coming. I'm gonna launch a trailer for a video game that is coming, and I'm gonna be probably launching a Kickstarter campaign, but more on that in the future. Thank you for watching. Like I said, my name is Shaquille Veldboom, VeldboomStudios, and I'm out.